the Colorado State Rams. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Colorado State Rams. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds, and that's where the offense will go to work. So Colorado State's offense has the ball first today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder.
Turning it on! Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. And the Rams have this offense rolling. He might want another play. They've been running it, but now the pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Rams come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Talking to their coaches, they said we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too.
Back's going for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come...
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's going to try to return this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Fresno State's offense will get the ball for the first time. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Looking to pass. It's Lawrence. Working that left side now. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll give it to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. He's got him. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Rams come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll run the sneak for it.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's got him in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And now the lead is extended a little further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
He'll return it. Gives him the big stiff arm. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The give to the tailback. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Smith wants to throw. Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
Fresno State will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Colorado State takes over. The Ram offense returns to the field. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Rams have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Now the play fake. Finds his man. It's Singletary. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And the Rams line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's got it. There he goes. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Smith dropping to pass. Makes the catch. It's Lincoln. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. Fresno State will have to punt. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Pulls it, fired complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He rifles one deep to the left. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's the end of the quarter, and Colorado State is on top. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Lawrence. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
The Rams send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Garner. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion, like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built a lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got the big tight end on the corner route. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. This is now a 7-point game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Oklahoma State will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Justin Blackmon was a 2-time All-American, they know this game is not over. It's just a field goal. They're trailing by 3 to Northern Illinois. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quick completion on the out. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Gives it on the option. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And you want to run the football, right? And that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Quick strike complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. And the Rams come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Completes it in the middle. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Rams are facing 3rd and inches. To the air, it's Lawrence. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Tries to get it on the ground. He's in open space downfield. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Rams have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Jamison. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Rushes on him. Got a man. It's John. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Rams had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Intercepted to stop the threat. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Might as well stick with him. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Smith wants to throw. Here comes the heat. Trying to get rid of it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Fresno State will have to punt it away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or playing safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Trying play action. Got his man downfield. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Rams come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Snagged out of the air. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. With the run on 1st and goal. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll send the tight end in motion. He'll do it himself. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that will extend their lead even further. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this 1st half. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Smith dropping to pass. Slings it downfield. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th. Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking downfield very late in the half. Unleashes it on the run. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Fort Collins. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to our team at sunny Lubick Field.
The Rams will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football palm out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Smith wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's second and long. The running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wide receiver going in motion. The play action fake. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Fresno State will have to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Gets it out quickly. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. The give to the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Lawrence. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
You know, I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Already proven reliable. Once he'll try a 2nd field goal, this one a 37-yarder. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. This is now a 7-point game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Purdue is getting whooped today, and at some point this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 35 to Michigan.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Now on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Lawrence. Grab near the marker, it's John. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Pressure coming. Breaks into the open. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Right on the money.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Rides the back on the option, the give. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. He'll go to the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup, and a lot of times there's so much cautiousness. You just don't want to run him that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit. You got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
So his field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. Dropping back, it's Lawrence. Gets it out fast. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. Pulls and fires complete to the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
And that's a great throw and catch, but you got to give the offensive line a lot of credit for pass protection because that was a slow developing play. Did you see him line up all the way to the left? He caught that thing across the field way down. So quarterback needed time. He had to be able to survey the defense, step up, and throw a strike. The O-line getting it done in pass pro for that TD.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
20, Fresno State, 9.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Turning it on! All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. The Bulldogs want to move quickly.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
They're going to ride this running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Back to pass on 2nd down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Fresno State will have to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Lawrence. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll keep it himself. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Back to pass. Unloads to the right. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's got his man across the middle. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Rams look to keep this drive humming. He leaves it with the back. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Off play action. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Colorado State. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Fresno State, 9.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll try the run. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Makes a grab past the marker. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Here's the pressure.
Nice execution by the offense on third down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
Takes the handoff. It's Garner. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
Motion from the wide receiver. Might as well give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game. And now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run play action. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2. Taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright. Got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Fires deep toward the end zone. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Finds his tight end. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Offense set on 1st down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Brings up 2nd down.
Looking to throw, it's Lawrence. Got his man quickly. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun. Give on the inside. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. The Rams are moving quickly down the field. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He leaves it with his back. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. And the Rams come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Just feeds the running back.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Floating away. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They've got this game in hand, but maybe there's some bad blood. They want to rub it in a bit. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.